to the Wednesday, May 24th episode of the show. What the hell are we going to do next? God only knows. We got Ghostorama coming up. We have got investigations coming up. We've got several new videos coming up. I don't know what we're going to do. I got no clue. Devilish, what did my house do now? Your house didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. This is all us. Hey, Tony. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well tonight. Oh, man. What a day, what a day. Hey, Christine. Good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well. It is warm here today, y'all. It was warm. It was a little chilly this morning, but by this afternoon, there wasn't no chill in the air at all. As a matter of fact, I think we're still, let me see here, just below 80 degrees right now. Santee, good evening. Hey, KG, hope you're doing well tonight, dear. So how's everybody's week been so far? Hey, Jan, I saw your message right before we started this. Yep, Brian Lafferty's going to be back on, or going to be on Friday evening. That's actually his first time on this channel. Danny and I have interviewed him before on Unrestricted Paranormal, but I've never had Brian to myself. So it's going to be an interesting show. Pankaj, howdy, howdy. Pankaj, Kaj. We're at 81 degrees and humid. We just went from we were at 82 today. An hour ago we were at 80. We are down to about 77 right now. So we'll see. Going to be close to freezing tonight. Yeah, I hope everyone's okay too, Santee. It's been a couple of days since we've had a chance to chat. I had the whole weekend and the last 2 days off. Went back to work, and go figure, we got smashed. Everybody and their brother was coming out to eat or to get ice cream today. So it got so busy. It got so busy. The boss came up online and was reading the tickets off to us two cooks, trying to stay ahead of the game, and it just, wow. And it's not even the holiday weekend yet. PPR, good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. You were smashed yesterday. If we didn't do $1,000 hour between 11:30 and 12:30, I will be completely shocked. I will be completely shocked. We had about 26 orders up on the board, and that was just the food orders. The girls were trying to handle their tables, handle the back deck, and handle all the ice cream. And trying to make waffle cones as they ran out of them. It was It was nuts. That's the only way to put it. It was straight up nuts. Yeah, it kept me on my toes, all right. It's a bloody shame I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, and that was the fourth time I woke up. I woke up the first time 5 minutes till 12 last night. Felt like I'd slept for 10 hours. Got ready to get up, looked at my watch, and said, oh, to hell no. Crawled back in bed, woke up again at 1 minute after 1, woke up at 10 till 2, woke up at, woke up about 10 minutes till 3, and laid in bed till 1 minute after 3, and decided it was time to get up because I wasn't going to go back to sleep. Ferris the Fam, Bud Files, howdy, y'all. Good to see you. You do that every day, Dev? Our place isn't normally that busy except on the weekends. Weekends and holidays, especially during our beach bash, because we're right on the beach. But man, I'll tell you what, I understand now why they ordered 80 gallons more of ice cream this week than they normally do. I know good and well we went through almost 30 gallons today. One scoop at a time. But man, I'll tell you what, it felt pretty good. It felt real good, actually. Well, I got good news tonight, guys. The boys from What Goes Bump in the Night got a hold of me this evening, and I'm going to be on their channel / podcast on August 5th. They want me to come on and talk about the channel, talk about our investigations. Be nice to have some more investigations. Hopefully Mark can get some people hired in there so he's freed up a little bit. I'm going to try to do some next month. I'll be going to Wookiees for a week. Very cool. Well, don't forget, June 3rd, here the weekend after next, is Ghostorama. Squatch, good to see you, bud. Bought the ugliest Xterra on the East Coast. Ian, good to see you. Bright Caution Yellow. Wow. So when we come in August, we'll be able to spend time with you. Hopefully. I hope it's not like it was when Alan was here, and you know, I'll get 1 or 2 days off and have to work the rest of the time. I know, I was trying to figure out the wheelchair thing. That wheelchair he was using at the cemetery when he sent me the video last week should work fine over there at Eaton Springs. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. He sent me a video of it. That sucker just cutting up to the cemetery. Danny, what's up, big dude? What is up? Good to see you, brother. 4x4 with turbo. Very cool. Doesn't sound like too awful bad of an Xterra. So yeah, I got my booty handed to me today, and tomorrow I'm working a double. So I go in the morning, get off early afternoon, go back in early evening, and work almost till close. So we'll see We'll see how I feel tomorrow night. Did you get my message about the cabin? Yes. Yes, I did. Thank you very much for checking on that for me. I did get the message, and it will easily be taken care of. You're going in Friday, June 2nd, early. Well, there's a good possibility if I get off at normal time on June 2nd, I might be able to go in the evening of June 2nd. If not, it's going to be like super early in the morning on the 3rd. But I won't know my schedule for next week until Saturday, this Saturday. So, yeah, as long as I work my normal hours next Friday, I should be able to come in Friday evening too. I need to get with Lisa and find out when she's planning on coming down this way. You're getting nervous. What are you getting nervous about, dude? You pull off these ghostoramas like it's something you've done for a decade. I don't understand. I don't understand why you're getting nervous. You're old hat at this stuff, man. To get a chance to listen to the vid I sent the link of. Yes. No. The link wouldn't play. The link wouldn't play. I tried to listen to it, and the link wouldn't play. Whatever, it's all good. I'm just happy you're going to be there. So am I. I miss you too, bud. I miss you too. It was so nice when you and Crystal popped up here a couple of weeks ago, even if just for a real short time. It was good to see you guys. Now I just gotta figure out. I just got to figure out how I'm going to pack my percolator and my coffee and everything else. That way, one of our cabins will at least have a big coffee maker, not like a one-pot coffee maker, but a big coffee maker in it. That way we can be two old dudes Saturday morning or Sunday morning even, and sit out on the front porch and drink coffee together and lie about our adventures. Let me see. Drew won't bite, I promise. I'll be down soon. Oh, I know, bud. I know. He might nibble. I'm a nibbler. I'm a nibbler. That's all there is to it. I've never been a biter. There's one in our cabin, so yes, coffee sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll bring the Black Rifle, and you bring that amazing coffee that endorses unrestricted paranormal, and be a nice little mix around there. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Yep, gun barrel it is. Black rifles and gun barrels. There you go. Good to see you, Terry. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'll be getting your coffee and sending it out. That's good. I had to use Maxwell House this morning. I ran out of that. It's empty. I Maxwell House. I broke into my camping coffee. I have Battleship left. Got paid today. I forget tomorrow. Cool, sis. Sounds good. Okay, try this again. All right, Dev. We will try it again. Bring some morning whiskey too. Oh, you'll bring some morning whiskey. I might bring some Irish cream and some whipped cream, and we'll do Irish coffee. Okay, resend it. Yeah, I got it, Dev. I got it. Might even smoke one of my stogies. No reason not to. Tildar actually put down his pipe the other night when he was on Caucasian Sasquatch's stream. He put down his pipe and he said that he's always wanted to smoke a cigar with me. He darned if that goblin didn't pull up a big old stogie. And we sat right here on video and smoked a cigar together for the first time. My daughter's friend is from Hawaii. She gave her 2 pounds of coffee called Kona. Hawaiian coffee. Sounds interesting. If you're bringing morning whiskey, I might be coming up for it. Better request that time off work now. If your restaurant's anything like mine, they want at least a week's notice. I'm trying to talk her into coming up by herself, Danny, but I don't think she's going to do it. I think she's going to wait on her husband and just come up in August. Her boss is really awesome though, so I think if she asked for it, they'd probably give her the weekend off. It's going to be hard to go back to regular coffee. Oh, tell me about it, girl. Tell me about it. After drinking Black Rifle coffee for the last couple months, and then I had to go back to Maxwell House today and tomorrow, next day. It was a big switch. My body wasn't used to that Maxwell House stuff. It was used to like good coffee. This is true. I'll be asking for the week off in August. You're going to need a whole week for everything I got planned. As a matter of fact, as of right now, Jan and Danny, as of right now, Mr. Tildar Hobblesquatch and his beautiful barmaid that you see in so many videos back behind him are both planning on being here that week in August as well. He's planning on taking a whole week off work. So, and coming over. He's in Oregon, coming over. So that's as of right now. I mean, things always happen, and you know, you're looking 3 months down the road, 2.5 months down the road. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, that's the plan. I wish we could come more than one. Unfortunately, it'll be August. Yeah, I can't wait to meet him either. Not only will Ghostorama have big furry monsters walking around in August, we will have the very first Michigan goblin walking around Ghostorama. Have to start digging my underground tunnel to make it to Michigan. It's going to be a while. Yeah, you got to go through all that Indiana limestone and everything. So, yeah, it's going to be a while, Dev. So, yeah, other than work and a whole lot of planning for this year, not much else going on. Not much else going on. Trying to Mystery Machine, Mach 5, the Ectos, the Batmobile. We got a Batmobile coming? Interesting. Which one? Oh, there's a question mark behind Batmobile. That's never good. Oh, a Michael Keaton Batmobile. Very cool. Well, if I ever get dirty stinking rich, Danny, um, there's a place in southern Indiana, I think, that builds movie replica cars that actually run. I think I'm going to order a four-seat tumbler, and we'll drive it to investigations. Yeah, I'm going to put my little angry ghost right on the side of it, and we're going to drive that to investigations. Probably next week check. I'll get 2 tables. Awesome, dear. Thank you. Just upload a video requesting names for my ex Tara. Talking to a guy who has 66 too. Very cool. I did like the Michael Keaton Batmobile, though. I thought that was pretty cool. For years, people said that was made on a Corvette frame, but I just recently watched a video where they had built one of them. And the guy that helped to build the original for the movie was in the video. And he said that no, that thing was completely created from nothing, from the bottom of the tires to the top of the fins. There was nothing in that car that came from any other car. It was all custom. Amazon. Oh, cool. August 19th, Captain America and Doctor Doom will be there. That should be interesting. Every single one you do, bud, gets a little bit bigger. That's very cool. Very cool. I wish there was more I could do, bud. I wish there was more I could do to help you out, but not being able to get anywhere on my own kind of limits me. Would love it if Iron Man showed up. That'd be kind of cool. But if you guys caught the Monday stream, Monday morning stream, I mentioned that for those of you that have been along for the long ride with me and stuff like that, um, you guys know about my right eye and the haziness and everything that I've been having with it for about the last year or so. Um, this past weekend, when I was doing my security gig at the Niles Ren Fair, I woke up Saturday. I went to our little cleanup area, got, well, I don't know what that was all about, but anyway, that sucked. But anyway, the left eye is starting to get the slightest little haze now. So here, I would love it if I was thinking, Drew, you could do a haunted cowboy sometime. It's very possible. Very possible. We'll just have to see. But we need to bring cash with us. Danny. For investigation, our charity's always Great Lakes Burn Camp for Children. Oh, come on, you ornery cuss. Phone's working good, but now the computer's doing the spinny thing, and nothing's happening. There we go. We fixed that real quick. And now it's going spinny again. Got more shirts this year. Shirts are $20. Make sure we have cash. That is for more. Oh crap! I forgot that stuff only stays on the screen like 5 seconds. Somebody put in a letter, a number, something, so I can read that message. Make sure I have cash. The Lord are going to be able to come in August. Yeah, she says August for sure. All right. Resetting it. Hate doing this, but I'm resetting it. Michelle Free, June 3rd. That should be good. What the hell? There it goes. This poor old computer. I feel so sorry for it. I work it so hard. I can't see any comments right now, guys, so I can't really say anything. Properties here, Campbell 2 in June. What else does it have to say? Taking the ball, get room reserve. Was thinking Hartford. Is that correct, Danny? I'll book a hotel room. I'm sure I can find something better than what Jay stuck us in last year. You're never going to let that go, are you? What in the Sam hell is the issue here? Nope, never. This thing's acting like there's no internet, but yet it's showing internet access. It does not want to tune the channel in. So what I might do is kick this off here. Yeah, I believe, I do too, Jan. I do too. All right. Okay, I'm off. Need to go heat up my back again. Sore all day. All right, my friend. You go take care of yourself. Get your back feeling better. And we'll holler at you later. You take care of yourself, Dev. Okay. Well, we'll do it this way then. 3, 2, 1. We'll just kick that thing off for a second, fire it right back up, and it'll work just fine. Start Windows normally. All right, Danny, you go get yourself a bite to eat, man, and I'll talk to you here real soon. Do you think we're going to be able to get together on Friday night or something and do an investigation? Yo,
Hey, did neighbor kids come and bring his Jack back?
no, not that I know of.
Okay, somebody had sliced their tire, so Steph was over and she just let him use hers and told him to bring it back over to the house.
Oh,
Let's see, your phone. Nothing. So I was calling for a while. I was thinking about something I forget to ask you.
okay.
The
Live streaming.
link. Oh, I'm sorry. It's what day is it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yep. Okay, I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. What day is it? She says. All right, Danny. Sounds good, bud. Sounds good. Go back to live chat. All right, now maybe I can catch up on this chat. Take care of Danny. Jay's finally on his way home from work. Hey, Paul. Good to see you, bud. Sorry if I missed anybody. I don't know what the technical difficulties was. This thing was still working this just fine. This thing started doing the spinny thing. The screen went blank and it wouldn't come back. So I had to shut the whole thing down and restart it. Now it's working just fine. Technology. Can't live with it. Can't beat it with a shovel and bury it in the backyard. Well, I mean, you can, but then you're kind of screwed when you do what we do. I doubt it's that, Tony. This poor computer would probably catch fire if I ever tried anything like that. Hey, John. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, I'm going blind, but it ain't from that. Mama told you. It's kind of ironic. My mom and dad both wear glasses, isn't it? braille porn. But one could get slapped. Oh, goodness gracious sakes. Good, John. Oh, yeah. Just fine. Just fine. You know, keeping up with the Joneses. Um, I was actually going to, since I had the most of this week off, I was going to, try to get my hands on the lumber, um, and go ahead and put the roof on the back deck and everything. And well, that didn't work out. Now the wife's actually talking about one of those really fancy pop-up deals, like a 10 by 10, and just putting it on the back deck instead of building a hard roof and stuff on it. I told her they make those wooden pergolas, and that would look even better, but she's kind of stuck on the pop-up thing for the back deck. So what the hell are we gonna do next? Keep fighting, man. Keep fighting and living. New adventures, new investigations, new videos. I would really like to put a pergola on the deck. That would be my first choice, to do the pergola. But for some reason, she is stuck on one of them bloody damn pop-ups on the back deck. Just screw it right into the deck. That way it don't fly away in a strong wind, and leave it up. God only knows. Have so much crab ragoon to make tomorrow. I'll be making it in my sleep. Steph made this really cool wild rice and broccoli and sausage thing tonight. And none of us really thought it was going to be that good, but I was really surprised how good that stuff was. And it was filling. My God, it was filling. I like to eat, hence the diabetes thing. But I stopped at one bowl. It was so filling I couldn't eat anymore. They're wonderful. The restaurant I work for is known for their original crab ragoon. Well, if they're known for their steamed dumplings, then be watching the dining room. I'll pop up one of these days. Don't like pot stickers, but I love the hell out of me some steamed dumplings. If I could figure out how to make the casings myself, I'd probably live on the bloody things. Huh. Well, see, most of the pergolas around here just have like the 2x6s that run, like this over the top of it. It don't really have a solid top on it. Yes, please do. I'd like to see how you guys done it. The nice thing about it, you shouldn't worry about him climbing the ladder. Number one, he's pretty tough. And number two, the deck will stop his fall before he hits the ground. Don't got to worry about him hurting himself on a rock or something like that. The patio will stop his fall. Ain't the climbing, it's the falling. That was always my thing about doing the great big, oh, it's a concrete patio. Well, crap. Um, um, yeah, I don't know I don't know where to go with that conversation from this point. That was always my thing doing those great big old homes in Indianapolis when we were redoing the roofs on them. It wasn't the fact that, the climbing part never really scared me. The heights never really scared me. It was the 40 some foot drop onto concrete that scared me. Really ain't the falling either. It's the sudden stop. Yeah. Well, the concrete, or a few of them had those really nice old antique wrought iron spike top fences that went around their yards and things like that. So, yeah, if anybody remembers that scene out of the original Charles Bronson movie Death Wish, when his daughter fell on that spiked iron fence. That would be me, with my luck. I think of ways you won't have to climb ladders. Oh crap, Rangoon. Seriously. On the way, I told him we should get one with a permanent top on it. Yeah. That would be much easier. She'll feed you, Paul. Jan will feed you. You don't worry about that. She'll take care of you. I think I might have to get me a new chair already. The hump right in the middle of this ergonomic seat is digging into my tailbone. What the hell is Rangoon? It's those little furry tan things that wear a black mask. Got a oh, that's a raccoon. Shit, never mind. Jessica, good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well tonight. Like cream wonton, but it has crab meat in it. Never been a big fan of crab meat. Don't mind crab dip for some reason, or seafood dip. But for some reason, never been one about just straight crab meat. Hey, Sarah, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Drew. Been sick, but feeling better. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Jessica. Sorry you've been under the weather. like King C4T. Good to see you. That's my wife's favorite. She loves crab legs and claws, um, crab dip, frickin' whatever. You know, as long as it's crab, she'll eat it. Crab or lobster. I never developed a taste for either one of them. Crab, mozzarella, powdered sugar, onion. I prefer mammals. Yeah, I want mammalian meats. Write a paper after I get kids to bed. I'll be done August 22nd. Awesome. It's about time. You've been working a long time on this. It's about time you get your done. Good to see you too, C4T. Cow, hog, assorted fur bearers. Yep. I could live on seafood. Not sure why I don't live on a boat in the ocean. I can do whitefish on occasion. See, I love shrimp. I love fish. Uh, Turtle. Don't know what it is about crab. Just don't like crustaceans, I guess. Now, see, I love fish. We have some of the best fish at the restaurant. I love the breading we use. It is almost like a I can't even think of what it's called now. But it's a real fine um, batter that we mix up ourselves, and oh my God, it does nothing but just blow up that fish flavor. Turtle soup I can do. Oh yeah, definitely turtle soup. Shrimp, salmon, cooked sushi. Never been a sushi fan. Never been a sushi fan. Now salmon, shrimp. Oh, I'll eat shrimp till I grow a tail. Jay, good to see you. Just walked in the door. Yep, she said a little bit ago you was finally on your way home. We use imitation crab. Had canned salmon one too many times in my youth. That's what my mom used to use to make salmon patties and stuff, was canned salmon. Steph hates canned salmon. She'll make everything out of fresh salmon. Probably a chitin. It's a mineral basically found in the arthropods, including krill. Never had turtle. Oysters, clams, crabs, shrimp, scallops, raw fish, sushi, most fish. Not big on crawfish. Now, see, that's the weird thing. That's the weird thing. I don't like lobster. But when I lived in Texas, to me, there was nothing better than a summertime fire station crawfish boil. Loved them. Love crawfish. Hate the big version. It's on feminism, LGBTQ, gender theory. It's required. Sounds like a nice subject. In Alabama, there's a restaurant called Nate's Oyster Bar. They have big juicy shrimp. Oh, sounds nice. Sounds nice. pass it when. Hold on, guys. It's my parents. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't accept it. Yo. It went well. Yeah, it was good. Busy. No, I'm doing my live stream. I will. Love you too, Mom. Will do. All right. Bye. You know, that reminds me when Steph called a little bit ago. Hey, Justin, by the way, and no, I'm not in trouble. Um, I was using my phone yesterday morning, and right along about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the wife tried to call me. She had went to the stores, tried to call me and asked me if I needed her to pick up anything, and the call wouldn't go through. So she came back home just 2 hours after I used my phone. My phone was shut off. And come to find out, they don't do the text message anymore saying, oh my God. You can tell it's 8 o'clock. Everybody's uploading a video now. But Boost Mobile was bought out by Dish TV, you know. They don't do the text message anymore saying, hey, today's your day to re-up your plan and da da da, or you have 2 days or whatever. So yeah, needless to say, I sat on hold for 42 minutes waiting to get through to somebody that fixed the problem in 42 seconds. Literature theory, have to know so I can teach that part of literature. Welcome back, Ian. Crawdads, freshwater, all animals are exoskeletons built in from environmental trace minerals, probably tasting everything at 8 from the bottom feeders. Oh, that's okay. Catfish are bottom feeders, and I eat them all the time. Seems like pushing the theory, but what do I know? It's a different time, that's for sure, yes. My question is, how the hell did we get here? Yeah, I didn't know that they didn't even notify us and tell us that Pioneer sold Boost Mobile to Dish. Nobody knew. But with the new switchover, you say bye-bye to text messages and stuff. So text messages from the company. And I didn't think Pioneer was selling anything. I thought for sure they were holding on to all their holdings possible to make all the money they could. Yep. But I will never understand. I will never understand how I can eat crawfish or crawdads like there's no tomorrow. But I hate crab and I don't like lobster. Never figured that one out. So for those of you that wasn't in here earlier, when Danny from Unrestricted Paranormal was in here, not this weekend, but next weekend is the first Ghostorama of 2023. It's going to be at the City of David in um, Eaton Springs, Michigan. That was the place that we investigated last year. Me, Tommy Amongst the Tombstones, Randy's Real Paranormal, um, Southern Michigan Paranormals. This place is huge. It was originally called a cult compound. It's actually a religious compound. Um, they had, my God, they had their own professional ball team. This location was actually an amusement park that was built by the group to fund them. They had huge community gardens. They had this fairgrounds with the zoo, miniature train rides, the ball diamond where the professional ball team would practice at, uh, everything. And when the religion broke up, the place went into serious disarray. They sent all the animals to other zoos. Um, but if anybody had a chance to sit down and watch Wolf Haunt's first episode of her investigation from when she was here last year, and Tommy and Randy took her out to City of David. Um, Number one, that whole piece of land was Native American land that they were forcibly pushed off. Um, they unearthed native remains and didn't properly rebury them. Uh, and there's something that lives in that woods. All of the locals believe it to be some kind of an elemental spirit. But it's not very friendly. Let's just put it that way. We can't go back. Never had crawdads. Crawdads are bait. Down in New Orleans, they call them crayfish mostly. But they're good. There's some fine victuals right there. A big old pot of crawdaddies. And the whitest, sweetest meat you ever done had in your life. What is with all the fish talk? It's fishing season, son. It's fishing season. Didn't you know that you should have at least 3 helpings of fish every week to stay healthy? Did you know that when people hit the age of 55 and over, that most doctors will prescribe fish oil just to keep the needed necessary minerals and stuff flowing in your body? prefer pork, the other white meat. I'm kind of burnt out on pork, kind of burnt out on chicken, kind of burnt out on just about everything. Even if that hog is swimming. Now I got to admit, our mushroom and Swiss burgers down at the restaurant, they're amazing. They are amazing. I've actually been considering a double mushroom and Swiss. We have double bacon cheeseburgers and double cheeseburgers and stuff like that, but I've been thinking about a double mushroom and Swiss burger. Yes, fish is very healthy. I eat a lot of fish, or try to. Look at fish that you buy. It may not be so healthy. Well, actually, the fish that we have up here, we have some really good salmon steaks up here. We catch them on sale. Buy one, get one for free. Quite often. The same with the fresh frozen shrimp and clams, things like that. I paid $7 for a bag of 61 shrimp the other day, and got a bag of 61 shrimp for free. So we had shrimp Alfredo last night. The fish farm fish are not so good. Yeah, I prefer wild. I prefer wild fish. Um, when she makes her salmon patties and stuff, her son, um, her son catches the salmon. We don't buy it in the store. I mean, they have nice salmon steaks up here, but you can taste the difference. Uh, what was it? So a few months ago, they had the salmon steaks, buy one get one, and she bought a couple of them and thawed them out and ground them up and made salmon patties out of them, and you could taste the difference between a store-bought salmon and a fresh caught salmon. We decided then we weren't going to buy the store-bought salmon anymore. We'll just wait for her son to lock on to them and bring them over. I wouldn't eat fish from the Illinois River or the Mississippi. I don't think I blame you. But I really honestly can't say yay or nay because to my knowledge, I've never had fish from either one. Mackinac is okay, but I'm 15 miles up from Illinois. Hmm. I know these boys have been hauling in fish like crazy out here out of Stone Lake, right down here where the restaurant's located at. Um, there was some boys out there the other morning pulling in bass and bluegill like there was millions of them in that lake. I was talking to them when they finally came back ashore, and they said they had such good luck they didn't have to move for almost 3 hours, sitting right out just off the west side of the lake, just hauling in bass and bluegill like crazy. He said he thinks they wound up bringing in 12 bass and like 30 bluegill. So now, see, that's the thing, Tony. Stone Lake, right down the road down here, is spring fed. Steph actually grew up on that lake, and they used to take the pontoon out swimming. And there's a area right out in the deepest part of the lake where the water temperature actually rises, where the spring is constantly feeding from the bottom of the lake. She said you could be swimming out there and you could automatically feel the temperature change. It's kind of like being in the bathtub with your little brother when he pees in the bathtub. You automatically feel the water temperature go up. No, this is a warm spring. This is a warm spring that comes right in, right up from the bottom of the lake. See, that's what I thought too when she first told me that. Is that the spring should be colder, and her stepdad told me, he said, no, it's a hot spring that comes up from the bottom of the lake. About, what do you say, like 55, 60 feet down. Well, the first time we have any seismic activity around here and a volcano comes up out of Stone Lake, I'll be the first one to let you know what heats it. Or when the Yellowstone caldera goes off and brings our volcano up out here. We we now that you mention it, we actually have a lake in the Waljack, just 11 miles north of us. Um, like 40 years ago, they were out there digging. They were doing a bunch of construction out there for the water treatment plant, and one of the one of the backhoes um, took out a big chunk of ground, and all of a sudden water started coming up out of it. And there's a bunch of bulldozers and trucks and backhoes and stuff out under that lake still. It started coming out so fast the men just jumped off their equipment and ran. And why are you poking me?
There's someone here.
There's someone here, guys. Hold on. Jeez Louise. All that. All that for our neighbor. She didn't have her glasses on. She couldn't see who it was. So instead of putting her glasses on and saying, "Oh, hi, neighbor. Yeah, we have an air compressor. It's right there." Now I get to come back up here and catch up. What y'all been talking about? Can locate the spring with a thermometer. Summer water temps 30 plus degrees colder. The spring, we used to have a cabin in North Woods on the chain of 7 lakes. Town is called Manitowish Waters, Wisconsin. Really familiar with Wisconsin. The site in the area went near Minnequaw. There you go to Minnequaw. Drive Boulder Junction as well. UP of Michigan wasn't terribly far either. I remember going to Ironwood, Michigan to see the Big Indian. I've not been up to the UP. I ain't never been up to the UP. Would love to make that trip sometime. I mean, it's only 5.5, 6 hours, something like that. There's 99% of this state I've not even seen yet. I bet it is. I bet it is. Now the Big Indian, isn't that a big ironwood tree that they trimmed out and they carved the Indian in it? I've seen enough of Ohio to know I don't want to stay there. I don't mind the drive across Ohio. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't flat. I mean, if there was something other than open fields and windmills, I'm sorry, wind generators, I would probably enjoy it more. But yeah, when you've been from the west side to the east side and back again as many times as I have, and all you ever see is open fields, highways, and windmills, it kind of loses that allure, I guess. No, it's an actual statue of Hiawatha. Not sure of the material it's made from. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, it was pretty country. Wow. Hiawatha. Wow. Now, I wonder why Michigan would have a statue of Hiawatha. Let me see here. Where am I at? Right there. Well, let's see here. Roadside America. What do you got to say? A big Indian is always a good reason to take a vacation detour. We pulled over for many a mighty warrior, but for years missed crossing paths with Michigan's legendary Hiawatha statue, world's tallest and largest Indian. That's what it says right on its plaque. Despite Ironwood's boast, Hiawatha is technically not the world's tallest Indian. That honor goes to a skinny giant in Skowhegan, Maine, which stretches skyward another 10 feet. But Hiawatha's sturdy proportions and outfit make him more photogenic, at least to our cameras. Let me see here. Built by Gordon Displays in St. Paul, Minnesota, and funded by Charlie Gatta, an Ironwood car dealer. In June 1964, Hiawatha was trucked to Ironwood and erected on the site of Old Nori Iron Mine. The statue's location was intended to entice tourists through downtown. No easy interstate off-ramp to this guy. 52 feet. Engineered to withstand 140-mile-an-hour winds. Well, that sounds interesting. There's never one about seeing the sights. I much prefer the stuff that is local that I can see at will. I remember sitting on one of the moccasins for pictures. Well, the way that description made it sound, his moccasins are almost 2 feet from the sole to the top. So, yeah, 50 feet above the moccasins. So I could see where that would be interesting to see. I'm sure a lot of our local tribes and stuff have thrown a fit about the Plains Indian headdress and stuff like that he wears, but go figure. I do look back at Cahokia. I've always wanted to go to Cahokia. Never been there. That would be a very interesting trip, going to Cahokia Mounds. It was kind of funny. My missus and number 2 daughter were terrified once they got to the top. Wow. Are they really that big? I don't even think I've actually ever seen photographs of all the mounds. Now I have to admit, one place that I went in Ohio that I did really like is the Serpent Mound down in southeast Ohio. I hit that place probably 17, 18 years ago in October. and that was actually really pretty. Um, Especially when you could get up high enough that you could actually see how the mound twisted and everything. They're maybe 200 feet high. It's hard to tell given the actual mound sizes. Wow. It's kind of interesting. Um, Wiki says 100 feet. Um, it's actually kind of interesting that this conversation tonight flipped over to these mounds and stuff like that. I've got a video coming out next week um, of Cherokee City, and the main buildings are built on mounds. So, kind of ironic, wouldn't you say? Yeah, 10 stories. Still pretty impressive to be standing up there. Don't recall where we went there. It was close, though. Definitely be a place of interest that I'd like to go to. Um, I've actually never seen mounds that big. I had went to Dixon Mounds where you could still go inside of it. Hmm, interesting. I was too young to fathom the thing. We have a mound right down here, um, just south of here, not very far. As a matter of fact, it's right in between Niles, Michigan, and South Bend, Indiana, and it's on private land. But you go down this old country road, and it tees off, and you're sitting here looking at this thing, and it has to be 55 feet to the top of it. But it takes up this whole pasture right there by the road. It's quite a drive, left or right when you turn to get to the end of it. But it's huge. As far as I know, the people that own the property have never let anybody check it out. We don't know if it was a burial mound. We don't know if it was um, a ceremonial mound. Don't know anything about it. We just know that it is a very, very huge, perfectly shaped mound. Cahokia. Certainly impressive. I bet they are. Definitely on my bucket list. Definitely on my bucket list. There are very, very few things I want to see in the state of Illinois, but I have to admit, Cahokia is one of them. Oh, I know. There are a few things of interest in every state. You know, time to head out. Have a good evening. See everyone on Friday. Sounds good, Jay. You have yourself a good evening. Get some rest. I know you probably had a hard day and it was hot there too. So, yourself some rest, bud. Take care, and we'll catch you in a couple days. The southern third of the state is fairly pretty. I don't know. I'd like to see the lake from the west side. You know, maybe north of Chicago somewhere, outside of the city. Um, I've already seen the Mississippi. I've seen Chicago. I've been all the way across that state on, what is that, 90? All the way across the strait. Oh, yeah. Just like Ohio. Fields. It is in that national forest. I can't recall the name. Oh, Shawnee National Forest. Okay. Now, Missouri actually has my interest because, you know, of the cave-in rock right down on the Ohio River. Um, that's kind of got my interest because of the Hart brothers and what they done with the Ohio River Pirates down in that area. Shawnee National Forest is in eastern Tennessee. Southern Illinois too. Yeah. Yep, 3 a.m. is catching up with me. There's a lot of cave sites in Missouri. Yeah, right on the banks of the Ohio, on the north side, somewhere down there is Cave-in Rock, and that's where the Hart brothers, back during the time around the American Revolution, when they had hooked up with the river pirates on the Ohio River that used to rob the flatboats and stuff. That's where they were. That's where the harps, where the pirates would rob the people and send them on their way. The harps got their thrills out of killing them. Hence why uh, they are referred to as America's real first serial killers. They didn't believe in robbing somebody and letting them go. They would take them up above the entrance to a cave-in rock, and they would strip them naked, put them on horseback, and they would run the horses off the edge of the rock and let them come crashing down in the cave entrance. So even though the pirates didn't want anything to do with the murdering part, they still had to witness it. Which is why the Hart brothers were sent back east by the river pirates, because they got tired of them doing the things they were doing. My cabin is in the borders of Mark Twain National Forest. It's pretty country down there. I have seen, well, I remember, God, 42 years ago, I remember seeing part of the Mark Twain National Forest as we drove through. Not as much as it sounds. I actually have to travel about 3 miles to get in the forest proper. Still sounds interesting, though, to be honest with you. Nice thing about being 3 miles away from the forest proper, though, is you don't have to worry about a bunch of tourists and stuff walking the trails and coming onto your property. You got to worry about is poachers trying to shoot your wildlife. To worry about is poachers trying to shoot your wildlife. My friends, early American frontier patriot here, St. Geneva, Missouri. They do reenactments, colonial recipes. I actually am subscribed to both those channels, Jessica. I've sent them emails before to try to get them on, but I never got a response back from them. But I love their videos. They do an amazing job on their videos. Sounds like a wonderful place to be. It meets all the requirements I had set forth for Missouriland. I grew up about 25 miles from St. John. Well, you should do it sometime, Jessica. Take my word for it. It's never too late. Well, when they put you in the ground, then it's too late. You ought to go out and see Jessica and her husband. They seem like amazing people. Who knows, she may even dress you up, stick you in a video. So Justine, not Jessica, doggone it. I'll ask her. Okay, cool, I appreciate that. The downtown used to be pretty cool, really old. But I haven't been there in 40 years. I don't know why I said Jessica. I knew her name was Justine. do get back to Perryville area soon. Now see y'all talking about areas down there I don't know nothing about. I don't know anything about Perryville or St. Genevieve or any of that. Over by Poplar Bluff. It'd be a dream come true. There's nothing wrong with hooking up with folks and collaborating with them and having fun, getting to know folks on a personal basis. You know, it's one of my favorite things to do through this channel and the platform is sitting down talking to folks or actually getting to meet up with them. You know, a couple people on here I knew before I even had a channel. I started my channel, they found out about it, came along for the ride. Everybody else I've met through the channel, and hell, a few of them even came to visit. Well, if you're familiar with Kaskaskia, that is the area. You might be right, Jan. I think that's the very first time I ever heard of Poplar Bluff was on Designing Women with Delta Burke. Only accessible from the Missouri side. Huh. Gene Smart's character was from Poplar Bluff. Anywhere special from what I've seen. Cool, that's awesome. Yes, it's great to connect with others. Love to meet you all. My door is always open, dear. My door is always open. It's much like I tell everybody else. I got a fold-out sofa and a pillow with your name on it. Who knows? Maybe one of these days, Jessica, you'll get a burr up your butt and decide you want to travel a little bit. You know, you come here, I'll do the same thing for you that you know I offered to do with Jan and Jay, and I offer to do with Tildar and anybody else that comes. We'll go do an investigation or two. Find something interesting to do. Designing Women was a pretty good show. It was very funny. Put it on TV Land as reruns. That would be kind of cool. I sit and I look at a lot of these streaming channels and some of the shows that they've, out of the hundreds and hundreds of shows that we all grew up with and stuff like that, you know, they decide which ones they want to put on there. And it's like, you know, something, I, I get into those goofy shows that, you know, me and my dad used to sit down and watch together, or those shows that my mom used to like Matlock and MASH and things like that. My dad used to sit down and he'd like to watch, you know, The Greatest American Hero and Battlestar Galactica and, you know, goofy shows, space shows, superhero shows. Yep, Annie Potts. Remember her in there. Oh, some I love to travel, just don't have the funds right now. That would be awesome. Yeah, funds always seem to get in the way, don't they? Whenever you want to go and do something, isn't it the funds that always get in the way? I can see Matlock and MASH on some of the cable channels. Oh yeah, yep. You know, and now my mom's stuck on all the old westerns and stuff. Have Gun Will Travel, Gunsmoke, you know, all those cool old shows. Rawhide. Whoopsh. Never cared for Matlock. Was too into the Andy Griffith Show. I liked them both. Mayberry was awesome, wasn't it? Supposedly, and I've never found out the real name of the town, but supposedly the town that they used for the backdrop um, is still down in North Carolina somewhere, and really honestly hasn't changed much. Carol O'Connor was amazing. Yep, In the Heat of the Night, down supposedly filmed down in Sparta, Georgia. And how in the world such his character, Carol O'Connor's character in The Heat of the Night, you know, the first thing I ever seen Carol O'Connor in was the Archie Bunker Show. The first racist ever on television. And how in the world he became such a kind, loving person and In the Heat of the Night, I will never know. Because he was an ornery thing on All in the Family. Yes, I love those old westerns. I really like Billy Crystal's version of the theme song of Rawhide. Man, my ass is swollen. Mount Ari? Oh man. I was wondering why this thing was going off. It's that time, guys. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for me to be like a fat baby and head out. Time for me to be like a tree and leave. Time for me to be like a bunch of birds and get the flock out of here. So I can get those dinner dishes done and not get my I'm not getting my butt handed to me at 2:30 in the morning. You too, Tony. Have yourself a good evening, bud. Take care of yourself, man. You're past your bedtime, huh? Yeah, if I'm going to get these dinner dishes done, I'm going to settle myself in the bedroom, watch a little bit of something on Discovery, and ease myself into snoozy town. So, you guys all have a good evening, get a good night's sleep, have a good day tomorrow. Think about me pulling that double shift tomorrow, and think about what this is going to look like tomorrow night. It ain't going to be pretty. But we'll catch you guys Friday morning for morning coffee and chat, and then again Friday evening at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Brian Lafferty, the paranormal investigator, paranormal enthusiast, and creator of the Global Ghost Hunt. So that's it for tonight, guys. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. God bless you, God love you, I do. We'll see y'all later.